I mean, why do you think this kid looks trans, look like he's acting trans or transitioning and having these issues, and he become a killer? That's because the trans expression is an expression of something going on deeper on the inside. The fact that you want to look like a trans person, you want to transition, that's not your external. It's something on the inside that's reflected on the way you behave. What's going on, y'all? Let me put y'all on something real quick. If you're online without a VPN, you're basically out there streaking on the internet. That's where Surfshark VPN comes in. Whether you're browsing, booking flights, or hopping on a public Wi-Fi at Starbucks, wherever you decide to get coffee, Surfshark keeps your data locked down and private. No ads, no malware, and no snooping. And the best part is, one account will cover all of your devices. That means your cell phone, your laptop, your smart TV, all protected. Plus, you can change your virtual location and access content from over 100 countries. Censorship, gone. Price hikes based on location, gone. It even got a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you can try it risk-free, and if you don't like it, you can get your money back. And if you ever need help, Surfshark's support is live 24/7. So all you gotta do is go to surfshark.com/Tatum or use code Tatum at checkout and get 4 extra months free of Surfshark VPN. Again, that's surfshark.com/Tatum. Keep your stuff protected. I wanna give a couple updates that I found from yesterday to today. There's a few other things that I think we need to establish here. The Wess Roley guy was 20 years old. He had ambitions of being a first responder, a firefighter. It appears as if he was a homeless person living in the area in his car, unstable family, mom and dad separated. He posted plenty of disturbing things on X, aka TikTok. I mean X and TikTok. Expressed hatred towards police and firefighters. Now, at some point, he wanted to be one, and then he decided that he was gonna say hateful things. He also used phrases like, "My tick is to make fear," hashtag "I sell organs." The FBI are currently investigating that. I mean, he posted images, camouflage selfies before the ambush, deleted his account, which is now under digital forensic review. So we're gonna see more about who this person really is. According to information I was able to find, his family life dynamic was he came from a divorced family in 2015. Father allegedly made violent threats. Not confirmed that there was no contact order with Wess. So we don't know if it's, and I made a video and said that I heard it, but it's not confirmed that he had no contact order with his family. His biological father was an Army veteran infantry soldier. And his social posts were disturbing, but he has not been diagnosed formally, or he had not been diagnosed formally with any type of mental illness, although we could see that he was mentally ill. And this is a microcosm of poor parenting. And so when parents are out here being selfish, worried about themselves and not the well-being of their children, this is when things like this go wrong. I'm just gonna say this and I'm gonna move on. Parents, please, for the life of your children and your family and generations to come, get it together. If you decide to divorce, make sure you're divorcing for the right reasons. Some of y'all divorcing because you don't want that person no more. Well, you ain't the only person that's in this marriage. Your kids are in that marriage too. You don't like Jimmy no more because Jimmy ain't doing what you want to do. But is Jimmy a good father or is he not? No, don't tell me he's not a good father because you don't like him no more. Is he a good father or is he not a good father? That's what I want to know. And maybe you could take a little bit of selflessness and stay in your marriage and work on your marriage instead of separating because you want to be with Johnny down the street because you're going to get a happier life, and you put your kids through turmoil. Now, if a person is abusive and all of that other stuff, then I'm all for you leaving that person. But I would argue probably about 20 to 40% of all marriages that end in divorce are reconcilable. People are just selfish. And it irks me. My wife don't do everything I want her to do. And neither do I do everything she want me to do. If we got a problem, we need to talk about it. If it's big enough to be an issue, we need to talk about it. It's that simple. If we run into a roadblock in our marriage, we should go to counseling. We should be talking to therapists. We should have a healthy relationship with one another. And also, we made a commitment. So if somehow I feel like I don't like her no more, it don't matter because I made a commitment to this woman. And she made a commitment to me. Death do us part. What do y'all say that for? You might as well get up there and say, hey, when it get tough, I might leave you. Just want you to know. But when you get up there and put your hand before God and say, till death do us part, then that's what it is. A lot of people are so selfish. I see people talking about they divorced somebody because they just weren't getting along no more, or they just grew apart. Shut up. You finna grow apart with the next man you with. Anyway, let me get off my soapbox. Let's get to some of these videos or some of this contextual stuff. So it was rumored that his parents were MAGA supporters. Let's put that clip up. And obviously, I think the woman is his mom and the gentleman is his stepdad, not his biological father, because obviously they were divorced in 2015, which is before any of this has happened. And they were trying to associate him with MAGA and Trump supporter, and they found clips of him holding a gun with his mama, and they're trying to push this as if he's a MAGA guy. But when you look at his actual photos, and I'm sure we have his photos, when you look at the actual photos of him, it paints a very different picture. And if you ask me, he looked like a little soy boy, a transgender, transformer. This to me doesn't look like I'm a MAGA supporter. I'm out here for blood. This looks like an emo. I'm damaged. My daddy touched me, or my daddy wasn't there. My mama's boyfriend is an alpha male, and I hate living under his household because he tell me to clean up my room. I mean, here's some other footage of him. Look at him. That don't look like a Trump supporter, bro. And I'm telling y'all, man, and people don't believe me when I say this. This trans stuff is a mental illness. And there's a lot of mental illnesses that people experience, and they have medication, they go through therapy and other things to mitigate the experience of that mental illness, right? If you have a bipolar disorder, they have certain drugs you can take. They have certain counseling sessions you can go through. They have ways you can mitigate in a natural sense. You know, when you see the manic state coming on, you understand it, you acknowledge it, you try to overcome it. There's ways in which they help people go to the next level of being able to live with some of these mental illnesses. If you're schizophrenic, they have pills for you. If you're schizoaffected, they have pills for you. I'm talking crazy today. I got like 2 hours of sleep. If you are having some type of mental issue, you can have a psychiatrist evaluate you and help you through the process. I'd say in theory. Now, if you gay or you trans, they just leave you out there on your own. Because if you ask me, I think homosexuality is a mental illness. I mean, it's clearly a mental illness. It don't mean you're a bad person. It don't mean that you're evil. It don't mean that people should treat you wrong. It just means that something ain't clicking right in your mind to make you think that another man is attractive, or a woman think a woman is attractive. Clearly, something ain't right there, because that's not genetically how we were created. That's not how human beings came to be. There's 8 billion people on planet Earth because of heterosexual relationships. There's a lot more of those than there are of gay relationships, clearly, because you cannot reproduce and become fruitful on the earth with 2 dudes or 2 women. It's not gonna work. And historically, through evolution, whatever you want to believe, none of it leads to homosexuality being a normal human condition. It's a normal, I think it's become normalized today. I think it is an experience within the human condition, but it's not a normal experience. Just like if a person is a psychopath, most people are not psychopaths. That's an anomaly. That's a mental illness that a person is going through. And also with the trans stuff. I mean, why do you think this kid looks trans, look like he's acting trans or transitioning and having these issues, and he become a killer? That's because the trans expression is an expression of something going on deeper on the inside. The fact that you want to look like a trans person, you want to transition, that's not your external. It's something on the inside that's reflected on the way you behave. All right. I think we got his parents. I see a tweet, mother, stepfather, and a MAGA hat. We already got that. We dealt with that. We got pretty much all of it. I just wanted to give you guys an update on that. I mean, it's crazy what's going on with this kid, or what had gone on with the kid. And thank God he's no longer with us to terrorize the community anymore. So I just wanted to take the time, and we'll just have a moment of silence on the show to just honor these 2 men who gave the ultimate sacrifice, trying to protect and serve their communities and was ambushed by a senseless nut job who I hope that is burning right now somewhere. So we'll just have a moment of silence for these men and their families, and just think through what you're grateful for. Thinking about somebody else losing a family member forever. This could have been anybody's dad, brother, uncle. Some people have lost loved ones in firefighting and lost them in who's a first responder or whatever the case may be, and so man, my heart just goes out to people. These men are an image to some people, just an image, but in reality, there's so much more to their lives. I don't know neither one of them, but in order to do a job like this for as long as these gentlemen have been doing their jobs, one served in the military, you got to be an awesome guy. You got to be a man of integrity. You got to be a good guy, going out and putting your life on the line in the face of fire when everybody's running away and everybody's terrified and scared. These men are putting their lives on the line, and some senseless nut job decided to shoot them because of whatever complicated problems he was having in his own life. It is very, very sad. And it bothers me to my core, to be honest, because they're never coming back. They'll never get a chance to see their family again. All their friends, all their buddies in the fire department would never get to see them, talk to them again. They just become a memory. And it's unfortunate.